Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day, and I wanted to tell you about the Philips HF3471 wake-up light with alarm clock and also a Dusk Simulation. This technology that Philips has put together is pretty incredible. It's actually ingenious what they put together. The reviews, as you'll see if you click on the link where you can get more information about the product. The testimonials are fantastic. People are really swearing by this product. If you're someone that struggles to get up in the morning, have to press that snooze button, this might be a great alternative for you. What this does is simulates the sunrise in your bedroom, and so as you'll also see as through the video, you'll see how the light progresses and gets brighter, and then within 30 minutes after it's reached its maximum brightness that you set it for, the alarm clock goes off and now you can get out of bed and you're supposed to feel energized through the day. So you can click on the link to get more information about the product. They have a money-back guarantee. You can read about all the testimonials. So again, just click on the link and you can order it there as well. So I'm going to highlight the overview of the product, and if you also click on the link, you can also see my testimonial of how it's worked for me. And I'm very excited to be able to share this with you. So let me share with you now of the highlights of this fantastic product. Okay, let's go through the highlights of this fantastic product. Of course, you've got your display, where you'll also be able to adjust all the settings. You've got your minus and plus sign, your menu, where you'll be able to go in and change the clock and the sounds there. You have on the side here, you've got your brightness of your light, you've got the power button, and then you've got the plus and minus sign for controlling the brightness and dimming it. And then you've got your FM button, your power FM button, and then your volume there. You've got your on and off switch for the alarm, and then if you were to press this switch, push it down, that actually snoozes the alarm. On the back, you've got your speaker where the sound comes out from. You've got your FM wire there. This is obviously powered with a plug-in, but just a word of caution with this product, it doesn't have a battery backup. So if you're concerned about losing power in the middle of the night or not going off, what you might want to do is continue to have your alarm clock, since you already have it as battery backup there, or you can get a battery backup surge protector and protect all your items that are plugged in, and this way you don't have to worry about it losing power. So that's your option there. Now, the way you make the changes on the settings, we'll start here first. If you press the menu button, it's going to give you a lot of different options. You'll see a flashing clock there. That's to change the clock. And to change the clock, once that's flashing, you press select. You can change with the minus and plus sign with the time, the hour. If you press select again, it lets you change the minutes. The next one, if you move along to go over to the bell, that's the alarm clock. And again, if you want to go into the alarm clock, press select, and then you can use your plus and minus sign there. Moving right along, pressing the plus sign to get to the next section, you can choose for your alarm clock, wake up, your FM, or the different sounds. Let me play the different sounds for you. So we're going to press select, so it lets you preview so you can get to hear what the different sound options are. So first we got FM. You press the plus sign to go to the next option. Got birds chirping. And again, you can adjust the sound by pressing how loud you want it to go. With the FM, that also controls the volume for your different sound options. So the next one is it's got a nice sound to it. And then the last one, we've got little chimes going off there, so that's again another nice way to wake up. So I'm going to choose for myself, I wake up to FM, I'm going to press select, and now it's turns it off, but now it's set for FM. Then moving over to the plus, we have now the Dusk Simulation, where you can choose to have this work when you want to go to sleep. so it works like a sunset, and I'm going to show you an example of that. So the different options, once you pick select, you can choose up to an hour and a half. It does 15-minute increments, or actually goes from an hour to hour and a half and then back to 0. And I'm going to select that. We're not going to have that go off right now. And then the last is the brightness of the display. So if you are concerned about it being too bright when you're going to sleep, you can adjust that. So if you press select, press the minus sign, as you can see now it's really dimmed it down. So I'm going to go ahead and brighten that back up to 4, press select, and then menu takes you back out. Now, as I mentioned, you can control how bright you want the light to be when you're waking up in the morning, and I'm going to show you again a simulation of how this process works with this. But you could turn the light on here with the power, press that button there, and as you can see, this is pretty bright. Now, it goes up to 20 different settings for brightness, so all you need to do is press this button down, the minus sign, and you could set it to how the maximum brightness of how you want this to go off in the morning. So if you don't want it too bright, you can set it for right in the middle. 10 is the middle, and then 1 obviously is the lowest. And again, as you can see, this thing is very, very bright, and this will definitely get you up in the morning. And the way this works is, what will happen is, and again I'm going to show in a minute how this will actually work, but what happens is it goes off the brightness slowly but surely, and you'll see it's like a sunrise. So if you're in the morning wanting to wake up, so if you get up in the morning, you want to be up by 7 o'clock, you'd have set it for 7 o'clock. At 6:30, the clock with inside the device here, the light will start going on. So by the time 30 minutes is up, it will be at its maximum brightness. So if you set it for 20, it's going to be at that brightness, and then the alarm clock is going to go on. And again, the other last feature here is turning the alarm clock on. Turn that switch down to on. It's going to flash for a minute, or you can just yeah, it's going to flash for a minute, and then it's going to show the clock. And you could see the bell is on, so that means the alarm clock's on, you're good to go. So what I want to show you next is a simulation of if you were going to get up in the morning, of how it will work. I'm not going to show you the full 30 minutes. I'll show you as it goes from the very beginning to 30 minutes later. So here we go, and then followed by that I will show you a simulation of it if you're going to sleep, where it starts bright and goes all the way off. So you can go to sleep. Very, very cool sunrise and sunset. So here's the first simulation. Okay, it's 8:14. At 8:15, you will see that the light will start coming on. So we should have that going here in just a moment. It's now 8:15, and the light should start coming on at a very low level. It does take within 30 seconds to a minute for the brightness to come on. Now it should start showing with the light starting to come on now. It's a very low light. I should bring this a little closer so you can see. Hopefully you can see that it's a very, very low light, and it's acting like the sunrise is happening. You know, the course, as I mentioned, over the next 30 minutes, it's going to continue to get brighter and brighter. So I'm going to come back here and give it another couple of minutes so you could see the progression of it getting brighter. Okay, we're now 2 minutes into the light being triggered to turn on, and as you can see, it is now a bit brighter, and it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, which is replicating a sunrise. So I will come back in the next 10 minutes or so, and we'll see the continuation of the light, and then eventually the alarm clock to go off. Okay, we're about the 15-minute time frame since the light started brightening, and we've got another about 15 minutes to go before the light reaches its maximum brightness, and then the alarm should come on. So we'll come back in about 15 minutes and we'll see that reach its maximum and the alarm is working. Okay, we're only a few seconds away from it being 8:45 and the alarm clock is going to go off. And in regards to the feature of the Dusk Simulation, it's going to do the same process but start at the brightest setting and then dim. So depending if you want it 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or up to an hour and a half. So now the alarm clock's going to go off. And what happens is with the alarm clock, it starts getting louder and louder. So we'll start hearing it. I can actually hear it now, but you'll start hearing it here momentarily. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the speaker around. And you can hear the sound is getting louder. And again, it's a great way to get you out of bed. Now, you do have the ability to snooze, so if you wanted to have the music stop or the setting that you have, the sound setting, just all you need to do is press this button, lever down, and now it is in snooze mode for the next 9 minutes. And then what will happen is the sound will come on, the light stays on, and again, this whole process is to make you feel more refreshed, giving it the simulation of the actual sun rising. What I wanted to show you now, and I could do this in a quick test mode. I'm going to go ahead and turn the alarm off, and the light is still on, and you could turn that off by just pressing the power button. And now the light's off. Now I'm going to do is put this in test mode so you can see the example of it actually coming on from the lowest light to all the way bright here. So I was told to hold this all the way down where it's going to say test. Alright, now it's going to go in test mode. And it's going to show the simulation of it getting brighter. And it's, of course, this is doing the test, so it's going to do it very quickly. And you can actually see it in action here. So this is my overview of the product, and again, you can hear my testimonial by just clicking on that link in the video, and that will take you to my testimonial video. I hope this video was of help for you. I'm really looking forward to using this product, and as you can see now, the alarm clock just went on. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate you watching this video.